Hello YouTube, I'm David with the David West channel. Isn't Father's Day a wonderful time of the year? You can go ahead and pause it and read what this knife offers. We're going to have to open it up and you can see how deep that rolled over edge is on the spine. That's all got to be ground off. You got to come down at least a 32nd of an inch. That is a lot of metal to take off. You can do this with a Dremel tool, with a bench grinder, but you cannot do it. You cannot do it with a file because this is stainless steel. Now this side looks good. It needs a little bit more on that side. I'll favor that side. All right, so you saw there was a lot of metal had to come off of that. Let me set you back up and I'll show it to you. All right, let's look it over closely. You can see right here how far I had to come down from the grinding. But this is not a show knife. This is a working fire making knife. And you have to have a good scraping edge right here. Now when this edge gets dull, you can just run it on the coarse side of your sharpening stone and sharpen that edge back up. Turn it right back into a super scraper. You may not like that your spine now looks like that with all these grinding marks on here, but I mean, you can buff that out. You can get a Dremel, and I guess there's other methods to go ahead and make that good and shiny again. Let's go ahead and use it on that wet pine knot on the table and scrape up some fat wood. And then that tulip poplar, I want to try to make some feathers out of it. And they're both, I mean, just saturated. They're both wet. I drag back 20 times and then I check for that burr. Of course, you'll have to hold that spine on there good and square at a 90-degree angle. And when it's not biting anymore, I wipe it off on the underside of my shirt. And this is the edge that we'll be scraping with. that spine out before you strike the ferro rod. Bayite keychain ferro rod. 3 1/8 inches long by 5/16 in diameter. Pretty good. I want to see how well I can feather with it now. I'm going to cut off all the knots and just leave the straight areas, and then baton to the center and see what kind of feathers we can make out of this tulip poplar. I'm curious about how well a 100% Scandi grind can feather, because I don't use a Scandi grind on my knife. I put a convex edge on the bottom of that Scandi grind because I have folded the edge over before, and it's never happened again since I started using the micro bevel, the convex edge. That is a very strong edge. But supposedly the Scandi grind feathers better. Let's see. I'm not all that great at feathering to start with, but let's see if I can tell a difference. That knife does not feather any better than my other knife with that 100% Scandi grind. Good. Of course, now I'm not known for my feather sticking. I'm known for making shavings. Let's go ahead and strike the ferro rod and see if we can get these damp materials to ignite. If I had to do over again, I would not get the heavy duty blade. There's no reason for the extra thickness. It's just harder to keep a sharp spine with the extra thickness. Just more material you have to take off on the diamond stone. So I learned something today. All right, y'all, do me a favor. Before you leave my channel, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and in that drop-down list, select all, and do give the video a like. I appreciate you joining me on this one. We'll catch you on the next one.